Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this video I'm going to take a deep dive into the grid gadget Rare-O-Matic, because Rare-O-Matic is actually super useful for all players. It's great for beginning players and it's also great for more established players. So let's take a look at what is this Rare-O-Matic, how do you get them, how do you use them, and what are the best uses for them. So this is a grid gadget. It instantly turns a mini on the grid to rare, and that rare mini will have the usual cost. So if it's a troop, it's going to cost you 900. If it's a leader, it's going to cost you 1200. You don't get a rare troop for 90. A rare mini on the grid. A direct rare on the grid, that means 14 stars, but that's not all. If your mini is not already rare, then that direct rare is going to upgrade it to rare without any further cost. So you will spare all the energy and you will spare the rare core. But of course, if you already have it as rare, then you're just going to get 14 stars. But 14 stars is still actually quite good. Rare-O-Matics are acquired from Siege, they are acquired from Dark Fair, and they are acquired from some upcoming shop bundles as well. The way you use Rare-O-Matic is that you put it in an empty slot on the grid. Either you click on an empty slot on the grid and the gadget view is going to open, or you click on the gadgets button and then you can choose where to place it. It affects the horizontal and the vertical lines. So if you place it in the middle, it makes a cross. And now you can see all of those minis are glimmering as rares, but you can only buy one. When you buy one mini, the Rare-O-Matic is spent, it's consumed, and you won't be able to get another one of those rare. However, even after you have placed it on the grid, you don't have to buy anything. Just click on the Rare-O-Matic and it's going to go back to your inventory. So if you change your mind, you're going to be completely fine. As for the best uses for Rare-O-Matic, it's obviously great to get some new rares, and you're also going to save the core and you're going to save the arc energy, but Rare-O-Matic is actually also great at pursuing epics. Because if you have a troop that you want to turn into an epic, you're going to have to cycle the grid a lot. You're going to spend thousands of coins just to get a few stars. So getting 14 stars in a single go is just wonderful. It's tremendously good when you want to pursue some epics. And this is especially good for troops, because leaders are easier to make epic than troops. When it's the family week, then you're guaranteed to get these leaders to show up repeatedly after only a short time. So it doesn't take that many coins to cycle the grid in order to get leader and leader star again. But troops are much more difficult, and this really helps turning some of your troops into epics. But which minis do you want to upgrade to rare? Which minis do you want to upgrade to epic? Obviously you want to upgrade strong minis, but even within strong minis, like Quillbore is a strong mini, Dark Iron Miner is a pretty strong mini. They're not your number one candidates for making epic though. You want your main damage dealers and your main tanks to be rare or epic, because those extra levels really help. It's plus 10% DPS, it's plus 10% health per level, so getting that couple of levels from rare, an extra level from talent, extra level from rarity, that can just really skyrocket all of these damage dealers and tanks to be able to support and carry your team so much better. So some of the first minis that you could consider to turn into rare and turn into epic include things like Harpies, which is a superstar in the campaign, and epic Harpies can really just erase those bosses. Chimera, also wonderful in raids, and those levels really help you get through much faster. Then some of those bigger tanks like Abomination, maybe even Molten Giant if you like that. Fire Elemental, Molten Giant is surprisingly good after it was buffed, it's quite undervalued, although Abomination I suppose is still better, and Fire Elemental might also be better. Then there's stuff like Prowler. Prowler is sort of a tank, but it's also sort of a DPS, so it's kind of a mix between the two, and both of those roles really benefit from additional levels. Then some of your secondary DPS minis like Witch Doctor, which is used so much, Frostwolf Shaman, also the healing gets improved by additional levels. Whelpex, yeah, Whelpex, dropping Whelpex on stuff still works, and even Execute. Execute is a tremendously good spell, but only if it has some levels, because its performance really goes down as it becomes underleveled. So something like that, some of those minis are probably the ones that you want to take to rare, that you want to take to epic, and Rare-O-Matic is going to help you a lot doing both. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.